Hi, folks. This is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report. I want to talk about a couple things here. Number one is the importance of a balance in the ecosystem. And recently, I mentioned that the state had done studies on angler catches over the last year. And in Lake Ontario, they had some of the highest returns. People going out fishing for salmon, lake trout, coho salmon, a number of species. Caught more fish last year than in many, many years leading up to this. Now, what is the reason for this? And I believe it's because that ecosystem has been, through the efforts of the DEC and other agencies and angler cooperation, it's become more balanced. If too many of the prey fish, the alewives, or whatever these fish feed on, if that population goes down, then these fish can't feed as well. There aren't the same returns. But if you can keep that system in balance, it makes a huge difference. Now, how does this relate to the other waters that we have around us? For example, the St. Lawrence River. It isn't the case where we're stocking prey. We aren't doing that. So what the fish eat out there is a different balance than what it is in Lake Ontario. But I think most of the diet that these fish have come to is gobies. And gobies can spawn up to 8 times a year. So the populations are, if we want to keep them in check, we really can't. But if it's important that there be a huge number of food out there for the fish to eat, it does make a difference. But the balance in the ecosystem is so critical. When we talk about invasive species coming into play, if another species comes into this system, they can start eating some of the food that's available. They can have such a big impact that balance is broken, and then some of the fish that we really value, their populations are at risk. So it's important that we realize that the balance of these systems is critical. And any of the ways that we as anglers can help make this last like this is important. To understand diseases, to understand that some of these invasive species are different types of weeds that can go in and choke an area and cut down on the oxygen available and cut down on the spawning areas. There's an awful lot that comes into play when we talk about the balance of the ecosystem. But that balance is critical for the fishing that we love to stay at the level that we need it to be. Until next time, folks, this is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report.